A lot of you watching know that I lived in a 300 square foot studio apartment. Well, we have upgraded. So this story starts on December 31st, 2019. New Year's Eve 2019. So let's show the apartment, our modest apartment, 1 bedroom in Chelsea. We have our goal board for the new year, an example of manifesting the personal legend, the alchemist, golden retriever. Hannah and I made a vision board, and on this vision board was our dream apartment. This was the biggest goal we had ever set, and to be honest, it felt worlds away. But you can never underestimate the laws of the universe. I've seen this in action a few times now in my life. When you commit to certain decisions, positive or negative, when you commit to a certain path and you put in the thoughtful work, the universe will get out of your way. It's a bit surreal to say, but here we are at the end of 2020 moving into our dream home. In this video, we're going to give you a tour of our empty apartment. It's a fully renovated, historic SoHo Loft with high ceilings, and it really captures that true spirit and the essence of old New York. We actually just dropped right into this landing, and there's so many reasons why we chose this specific apartment, and I'm gonna go through every single detail because it's such a thought out space. Even right here when you walk in, this right here, shoes off apartment. I love there's this closet when you first walk in, and every single door in this apartment is handleless. So this is just push to open. Here is the coat closet when you first walk in. Another thing that we really loved about this place was how high the ceilings are. These are 9-foot ceilings in the entryway. So this is where we have all of our coats, some of my suits, you know, the essentials. Then the apartment flows down this gallery hallway. It's a very deceiving apartment, as you'll see. Right off of the gallery, we have this huge window and a wild Hannah Coleman sitting. Here we have another bench and there's additional storage. That's another thing in this place. The first time we saw it, we're like, where's all the storage? It is so thoughtfully designed. Right here, these drawers open up. This is the extra bedding for the guest room, which is right over here. And this guest room, as you can see now, is serving as the home office. And this is actually a Murphy bed. This sucker folds down to a queen size bed. So this is where I get the majority of my work done when I'm home. And then if we have guests over, it's a bedroom. In case you do have a guest and you want some privacy, these are all handmade walls which close off this entire space. So if you want some privacy, you have your guests over, these pocketed from the wall, sliding on the ceiling. Then the entire office or guest bedroom can be sealed off from the rest of the apartment, tons of privacy. That was a major thing that we were looking for when we found this space, is to have a open concept apartment, but then it had the option to separate it off if you really wanted it. Talking about storage space, there's closets pretty much everywhere. And I also love how high the closet space is. Like, we actually needed a ladder to get to this. Especially in New York City, everything is up. So the fact that we have that vertical storage, it's pretty cool. From the office slash guest bedroom, the apartment then turns the corner here. And this is also pretty unique. This is the original door from when this loft was a factory, and they left it as is. And this bad boy opens up to the stairwell. Don't look at that, we have some of our garbage and dog food there, but that's the original stairwell in this loft. A lot of history in this building. Right next to the door, we have kind of the control system of the apartment. This is the virtual doorman. Here we have the heating and air conditioning. And then also here we have all the lighting control. We've been in the apartment for 3 days, and to be honest with you, I'm still trying to figure out all of this. I've never lived in a place that has controls like this. Normally the kind of places I live in, it's a switch on the wall to turn on the lights. I mentioned that this is a very deceiving apartment. From the hallway, the home opens up to the 2,000 square feet of open con to cook. She can be in here with her Vitamix, the toaster, the griddle, all at the same time, because there's more than enough space on this countertop to be just whipping up all those delicious meals. That was a big reason why we chose this place, was because of all the kitchen countertop real estate for cooking. This is pretty cool. If you hit all and then you hit down, the shades are built in behind this wall and they're motorized. So you can choose if you want to have all the shades go down at the same time, if you want some privacy, and that's it. Oh no, oh, it's gonna hit the flowers. No! You can take the flowers then.
What the hell?
What do you mean, what the hell? I'm trying to give a tour of our apartment here. You're not helping at all. Go to mommy. Go to mommy. Go to mommy.
Erik, do you see this?
Yeah, he's showing that he loves you. You're too big for her now. Come on. Theo is almost 90 pounds now. Come on, help me give the tour. You're not helping at all. So let's try that one more time. We're gonna select all, send them up. There's no flowers to hit, no anything in the way. Just with the click of a button, let there be light. You know, since we're looking up, if you look at the very top of the ceiling, you'll notice that black strip. That is actually the air conditioning. Even something like the air conditioning built in so seamlessly into the ceiling of this apartment. Another reason why Hannah and I chose this apartment was because of how unique this kitchen is. I've never seen a kitchen anywhere, not in any architectural digest, nowhere on Pinterest, anywhere, a kitchen that is so minimal. You've probably noticed there's really nothing that you can see with your eye when you first walk in here, other than this massive island in the center. This is Calcutta Lincoln marble on the top of the island, and everything is built in to this main island. Normally in a kitchen, you have a standing refrigerator. This is the freezer in our kitchen, and here is the refrigerator. I've never seen drawers for a fridge and a freezer. We thought this was so cool, the fact that it's just so different from the norm. Especially in our family, it's been pretty controversial. Our parents are like, where is your refrigerator? Where's the freezer? And we're like, Mom, Dad, it's right here, it's built in. And even the burners are built into the marble themselves, which is, I mean, to cook on a countertop that has the burners built into the marble, I've never seen anything like this. And again, we have that Tony Stark technology. The vent rises from the island. The classic Tony Stark technology in our own apartment. It's pretty sweet. I've never had a dishwasher in an apartment in New York City, so having a dishwasher, I mean, to not hand wash dishes. Along with the dishwasher, we also have this huge deep set sink. Another thing this building has is water purification built into the building itself, so you can drink this right from the tap. And then also over here, this is something that I've only ever seen in places that I've toured for my channel. We have the wine chiller. We don't drink, but we use it for water chilling. And we actually went and got some of these glass bottles. You know, you only see these typically at restaurants in the city, just so we feel like we're at a restaurant every time we have dinner, right into the water chiller. That's something I never thought I'd have in an apartment in the city. Onto this shelf. This is really how you can tell, for some perspective of how large the ceilings are in here. These are 13-foot ceilings. I'm just like 6'3" and some change, and I fit under this shelf. And this shelf came with the apartment. I love this. This is very industrial. It's a metal shelf. Hannah has her cookbooks up here. If you remember from our last apartment, good old Droop has gotten massive over the summer. But I also love how now it kind of breaks up the brick, having some nice green and some life in the apartment. Then on this side of the island, we have the 4 breakfast stools. I have my morning coffee here, get some work done. Then also on the far end of the island, we have the pantry, which is also built in to the island. These drawers pull out. Again, I've never seen a pantry that is built in to an island. It's really interesting because when we first toured this apartment, we kind of were asking ourselves, where's the storage? And after moving in and being in here, we've realized that this is pretty much the average storage that someone would have in their kitchen, but it's so minimally designed and so sleek. And just the fact the space is so large, it doesn't look like there would be enough storage, but there's plenty of storage. From the kitchen, one of the other things you first notice when you walk in here is this. This is a 13-foot tall steel and glass door which leads into the bathroom. And this is so unique for a loft. Normally in lofts, people tend to level off the bathrooms, meaning they'll build space above for living and kind of the bathroom's a second thought. It's an afterthought. Here, the bathroom is, I mean, take a look at this. This looks like a luxury hotel bathroom. The people who renovated this place put so much thought into every inch. You can see even the wall of the bathroom curves like a wave so they could make room for the soaking tub. This is a 5-fixture bathroom. The proportions in this place, you can even just see, like, I'm a pretty tall guy. Look how large this vanity mirror is. It slides open. And even like I was saying, the storage goes vertical in here. Like, I can't even reach the top shelf. It's also cool how it is very modern and sleek, but yet they painted this red. This is the water main for the apartment, which you can see follows up on the ceiling here, which leads to the shower. And this is a rare one for me. Normally I have to duck when I go into a shower. This is a 13-foot high waterfall shower. The first time I took a shower in here, it felt like I was actually outside in a thunderstorm. And this is pretty cool here. I mentioned that the storage is kind of hidden throughout. When we first saw the place, we didn't even know that this was a closet, but this opens up and here is all the bathroom storage, towels, vitamins, all those things. And again, that top shelf, we have to get a stool to reach up to that. This bathroom also has porcelain tiles with heated floors. Bathrooms like this I've only ever seen in hotels or places I've toured, but to have this in our home, I still don't have words for this. Leaving the bathroom, we're gonna head back out into the kitchen segment of the loft. And real quick, I wanna talk about the exposed brick. This is another one of those features where if you've seen tours on my channel, I'm always talking about exposed brick. It's classic New York City. This is the original brick from the loft. It's one of those places where you wake up every single morning and you feel it. You feel that New York energy just from something like a brick wall. Another cool thing, which you'll see a bit later in the video at night, is this brick gets so well lit up because there is a rail light that runs the entire length of this great room, and at night you can really see all the details come out in this brickwork. And this really is a dream apartment. This is something I've always wanted in a house, to have a brick wall like this. When we saw this place on the first showing, it was kind of an instant, this is the spot, and the brick wall was a major part of that. The wall outside the bathroom, you can see, has this nice wave curve that was done to fit the tub in there. And it's very rare that they did this. Normally in lofts, people just make them very boxy. And the fact that the designers of this made this nice wave really breaks up the space, because it is one giant space. And we have yet to really figure out what we're gonna put as far as staging and furniture. Comment down below what you think we should put here. We're definitely open to input for the furnishing of this place because it's so much space and it's so open. Continuing down the loft, we have this awesome dining room table. This is one giant plank of wood. It seats 8 people, and this was left here when we got the apartment. This is the only piece of furniture that we have in here, and this is staying. I mean, this is so classic to have a massive dining room table. Very cool. Heading down the space from the dining room, this is going to be the living room. And this is such a bright space. We have these huge 9-foot windows letting in all this light. That's another reason why we got this place, was just for the natural light. It is so well lit. We thought this was also very elegant. This is white oak, which is being used to cover the radiator. And also the floors are white oak as well. And white oak is something, when Hannah and I talk about our dream home, white oak is on the floor. Every piece of this apartment we felt was move-in ready. There wasn't anything that we really wanted to change. And even another cool feature that we actually discovered is right in here. This is a drawer which pulls out. We have the remote, which has a TV built in, hidden into this fixture here along the wall. This is crazy. This is so cool. It's super important to both of us that the TV isn't just right there on the wall. And again, this was a feature that we didn't even see the first time we toured this place when we were looking to get the apartment. We just discovered this. If you know us, we're projector people. I haven't owned a TV in probably 7 years, but now we have a TV built in that hides away. Another cool feature here in what's the living room are these handcrafted white oak bookshelves. These things are huge. And then this ladder here, this was handmade in Germany, and this is the extent of our book collection. We have a few more books in storage, but that's a goal of ours, is to eventually one day fill this entirely with a book collection. Up these stairs here, we have the loft, which was designed out so uniquely. Every detail was thought out. Even in the stairwell, you have recessed lights, so late at night if you're going to the bathroom, you're not gonna trip and fall. But up to the top of the loft, this is technically the bedroom, and we're still waiting on our mattress. We have the queen mattress right now. Even in the bedroom, there are so many details. We have the little nooks on the side for your water, your books. The wave theme goes throughout the entire apartment. I love how they didn't just wall this off. They left it open to look down below. And then also you have this built-in LED strip, which it looks pretty cool in the daytime, but wait till you see this at night. And then as far as closet space, again, we have more built-in custom closets. This is the first one. This is just where, you know, t-shirts, underwear, shorts, things like that. And again, the closet was built to kind of mimic that wave throughout the whole apartment. And then this is the walk-in closet. Still a bit messy, just high enough where I can barely fit in here without hitting my head. Even the fact that this is a loft and there's a walk-in closet. It's pretty unique. You'll also notice that this is open down below, which I'll show you more in a second. Heading down the loft, there's still a bit more to show, and I mentioned that the walk-in closet was open down below. This is a giant plank of wood, which serves as a door, which opens up to see the closet above, but also the laundry room. And I actually have to duck a bit to go in here. Comes with the territory of loft living, but this is the laundry room. We have full washer and dryer in here, which if you do live in the city, having washers and dryers in your apartment in itself is a luxury. And then this is Theo's room. I'm just kidding, this is storage. This is where we have all of our boxes, still moving in, pretty messy, but in time that'll be where I keep my bike, my surfboard, basically all the toys to go have fun when we do leave the city.
That's storage.
Oh, this storage? Gym equipment in here, yoga mats, things like that. There were so many details, and I've only mentioned a few. Theo was one of the main